Welcome back to Forensic Lectures. In this video lecture, we are going to see neutron activation analysis. So what we will cover today is what is NAA, principle, process, advantages and limitation. So neutron activation analysis is a non-destructive analytical method, means it doesn't destroy the sample. In last video lecture we have also seen spectroscopy, right? It was also a non-destructive method. So this is commonly used to determine what the identities and the concentration of the element with vast number of material. So what happens is that in a particular sample there will be a vast in a small in a tablespoon of also a particular compound, there will be many numbers of different types of element which will be combined together, right? So it can differentiate each and every element, okay, or the material. So this method is based on what? Neutron activation. So whenever we are doing the activation of neutron, it is a special process, right? So this neutron activation analysis is based on this and therefore requires a source of neutron. So it requires the neutron as the source for like bombardment. What we do is that we do bombardment of this neutron, okay. So in that case what happens is that there will be formation of what? Radioactive isotope. So what happens whenever the isotope which will be formed, it will be always in the excited state, that will be like the existed isotope which is there, it will undergo what? Nuclear decay. So nuclear decay, what will happen, and there will be loss of energy by emitting a series of particles that which are the different particles it can emit. It can be a neutron, a proton, a alpha particle, a beta particle and high energy gamma rays. So what a atom is there, okay. So it has nucleus, right? In this nucleus there will be a proton and a neutron, okay. Also there will be what? Alpha and beta particle. So whenever we bombard this neutron to this compound, okay, there might be a loss of this particular compounds, because what happens is that it goes into a different state. It like every element has their ground state, right? So whenever they are in the excited state, means not in their ground state, they will move up to higher energy. So in that energy they need to stay stable, right, at least for that particular time. So what they does is that they emit, okay, they start giving up their neutron or proton. So also this gamma rays which are there, they are very important for this neutron activation analysis, because we use special detectors that only detect the gamma rays. So each element on the periodic table has a unique emission and a decay path. So each of this element, like the periodic table is what? All the elements are listed according to their chemical properties, right? And also different types of properties. So this emission and decay path, they are recorded and they are identified, okay, and their identification and concentration of that particular element can be determined. So particular advantage of this technique is what? It is a non-destructive analytical method, okay. So if okay sorry so if there is any which is there, okay, if there is any which is conducted directly on a irradiated sample, it is termed as what? Instrumental neutron activation analysis. Means directly we are conducting that analysis on a irradiated sample, and in some cases what happens, the irradiated samples which are there, okay, irradiated sample that are subjected to chemical separation. Means what? There are some like we have pure metal, impure metal, just take the example of that. So there will be certain impurities, so chemical separation, removing interfering species or the concentration of the radioisotope. So of our interest, okay, means whatever we require that we take. So this technique is also known as what, radiochemical neutron activation analysis. Okay, so instrumental we say INA, AA, and this radiochemical RNAA technique. Okay, so in this case what happens, they perform non-destructive analysis, or it can be performed on the elements or the material which are there, whenever they can be in the solid state, in the liquid state, in suspension, in slurries and gases, or with minimal preparation we can do this neutron activation analysis. So due to pertaining nature of the incident neutrons and the resultant gamma rays, the technique provides a true bulk analysis. Means we are capturing what, the gamma rays, right? Okay, so the principle here is that it is a physical technique, right? So based on what it is, nuclear reaction. So this sample becomes radioactive when the neutron reacts with the nuclei of the element atom. So here this element is there, it has a nucleus. So whenever we take the external nucleus and bombard it here, there will be a nuclear reaction that will start forming. Okay, so it is based on this particular technique. So radionucleus are formed and subsequently decay by emitting gamma rays, which are unique in half-life energy. So whichever these gamma rays are there, every element has a half-life period, right? Full life period and half-life. So whenever this gamma rays are which are there, they are given out, they will have a unique half-life period that we are recording, and based on that we are getting to know what type of particular element is that. So the process here is very simple. Like what we do, we induced by bombarding a sample with free neutron from the neutron source. Means we are taking a neutron from outside, a free neutron. Okay, in nucleus there are what, protons and neutrons, right? So we are taking one neutron, so it will, whenever we bombard that with other nucleus, it will go in the excited state. So the target atomic nucleus captures the free neutron and forms isotope and enters an excited state. So this excited state and the unstable isotope, they undergo what, nuclear decay. So nuclear decay is what, it is a process which, in which, like, the unstable nucleus is it emits a series of particle. Okay, like we have seen, right, the neutron, proton, alpha, beta particles. Okay, so this is a nuclear decay. So nuclear decay is nothing but giving out the extra particle. So in an effort to return to low energy or the stable state, right, every neutron every element has the ground state, so they are not stable in any energy level, so they need to come down to their ground state. So in order to do that, what they does is they give up certain particle which are present there. Okay, so this in addition to this, okay, the nuclear decay, it is that, like, there will be a gamma particles which will be given out, which is known as what, gamma radiations, a process in which excited nucleus emits a high energy gamma ray photons. Okay, so gamma radiations are what, actually the gamma rays are given out, although the alpha and beta particle detectors do exist. So also this, we have said alpha beta particles are also there, their detectors are also there to detect, but most cases in neutron activation energy, it is specially designed to what, detect the gamma rays. Like each element has a unique radioactive emission and decay path, so it is scientifically known, right? So thus, based on the part of the spectrum produced by this instrument, it can determine the identity and the concentration of the element. Yes, there will be a spectrum, right? In last class what we have learned, the electromagnetic spectrum, right? Where we have seen the visible region, the IR, UV, right? So especially here also there is a spectrum which is there. Based on that we can identify what type of element it is. So here is a diagram that will show how this it works. Like, see, this is the incident neutron. So what happens is that we bombard this over here to the targeted nucleus. So whenever the extra neutron it comes in contact, there will be a instability. So what happens is that if you are shifted from a place, like if you are kept in a water for a long time, so you will start behaving in a inappropriate way, right? There will be instability that will take rise, right? So here also same way it happens. Like whenever extra thing is given over here, one extra neutron, the the compound nucleus which is there, it is formed. Okay, so what happens is that they give out this prompt gamma rays. Also beta rays are also given. Okay, then radioactive nucleus, then it becomes a radioactive nucleus, and this gamma rays are given out. And then after that is half life is recorded in a detector, so there will be a detector attached to it. So all the gamma rays are recorded, and again it will be brought to the ground state, that will be the product nucleus. Okay, so the advantages of this method is that it is a multi-elemental technique. Multi-elemental, why? Because we can detect as many as element which are present in that particular sample. Like it is capable of simultaneously determining up to about 70 element in many materials. Okay, so see the capacity of it. So it is a non-destructive. So non-destructive method in forensic science is the best technique, right? And therefore does not suffer from the error associated with ill determination. Means we can reuse that particular sample even we have got it in a small quantity. So it is very high sensitive. It is very high sensitivities for most of the element that can be determined by this technique. It has detection limit range of 0.03 nanogram to 4 microgram. Okay, so it is a highly precise and accurate. So it is precise and accurate method. So there are error for it that is of 2 to 5%. Okay, relative to standard deviation that can be achieved for many element. Okay, so the sample as small as few micrograms can be analyzed by this method. So moving on to the limitation, it has certain limitation that it is not a quick method. Sorry, like it can take about 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, and it cannot be performed on certain elements like we have oxygen and carbon. Okay, and also another disadvantage or the limitation is that it gives information on total concentration of an element. Okay, means if like we can say argon or any element which is there, it will be in the concentration of not few but whole concentration will be given over here. So thank you very much. If you like this video lecture, do like, subscribe and share and comment. Thank you.